Welcome to The Real, presented by Bleacher Report Sports on Max, the one to watch. Welcome to the program. How you feeling today?
Man, I'm great, bro. I appreciate the invite. I'm excited to be here.
What made you go after Klay Thompson like this?
I wasn't, though. That was the funny thing. If you see these two jokers right there, Dante and Ty Jerome, them two clowns. So I didn't know where they were at. And you see Ty face.
Yeah.
It was them two. And then when I turned, I was trying to find him, but Klay was like right there. So like I just looked, like I just like locked out. I just looked at him, and I just ended up doing it. But it was like I was trying to find Dante and him.
It looked like he took that personally. No, you saw his face.
Some games we be having, we get a little fights sometimes, and I think I was just like wondering. I'm like, I wonder if he saw that stuff. And I remember like I went to go like get to my spot, and he just like hit me.
Ooh.
I was like, okay. I'm like, he must have saw.
Yeah, he saw it for sure. And it looked like it was directed right at him from all broadcasts.
funny,
Have you had a chance to clarify that with him?
No.
Now you can. So Klay, if you're watching this, no hard feelings, right? I know you discovered it from a Padre, but what was the first time that you ever executed this in game?
I think whatever our first game was, but I remember doing it in practice so many times, doing like drills and I'm making shots. So that's where it really built because everybody on my team knew about it. But I think in the beginning when I started making shots, I was like, started doing it.
So the Padre who did that celebration, what was it? Was it following a triple? Was it following a base hit, a home run? Do you know what he would do it exactly for?
Yeah, it was extra base hits. Like we did double or more. They always did it. They'll get on base after getting an extra base hit and point to the dugout. And I love Manny Machado. So I was watching it when he did it, and I was like, oh, that's tough. I want to keep that.
People definitely like it, but not everyone is executing it to perfection. Does Karl Towns have the
Boy,
pass to hit the
boy,
celebration? What was
cat.
going through your head when you saw this?
Oh, I loved it. The four fingers is so funny though. It's like
He's making it his own thing. Well, everything he does goes somewhat viral. His personality is
exactly.
hilarious.
I loved it because he's in Phoenix, so it's like a little shout out. Like, yeah, my boy Kel. I got rid of my boy Kel. Do the celebration. I loved it. After he did it, I was like, bro, like I loved every second of it. It was dope.
So we saw Tyreek Hill hit the celebration. You want to issue a challenge to another pro athlete in any sport that you would like to see hit the celly?
You know, baseball they extra bases so they point. Basketball I could do it with the three. And like the first down, everybody do the point
Right.
thing. So it's actually tough. I never thought football you could do it, but that's actually that's hard. Maybe Matt Stafford.
All right, Matt Stafford,
Yeah.
challenge, please hit the Mikal Bridges celebration. Let's take it back. You had unprecedented success at Villanova. When you were drafted by the Sixers, some players already know they've been traded. But from the looks of it, did you know
No.
at this point right here? Did you feel betrayed by the 76ers in any way?
Nah, I mean it's life, man. This is part of the business. If I was Philly, I wouldn't have done the trade.
Why not?
Ben and Embiid and JJ, like all them guys, like I just envisioned myself being out there starting and, you know, go for a championship. So I just thought I was a great fit. You know, once you know you're a great fit for a team, that's what I thought. And I was, man, I was super geeked up. You know, I think it's probably actually one of the best things that happened to me anyway. So looking back, it's definitely great, but it was tough at that moment.
I mean, with your mom being the head of HR, that seems like the ultimate HR violation. Do you know if she got a bonus or any benefits after trading their son?
I don't think so. She was pissed off too.
Well, look who got the last laugh.
Hey, man,
I don't know,
it's
it didn't work out too well for them.
part of
They're
life,
thriving.
man.
That's true.
Part of life.
What is going through your head here as LeBron James drives down the court with a full head of steam?
Just trying to time the Euro. Like all my friends and stuff was super geeked out. Like, oh, he did LeBron and the fans and stuff. But I was just hype. I got a block. I don't talk about it, but it's dope.
Now, I believe you can hear you saying, give me that shit.
Here's LeBron end to end, all the way blocked.
Yeah,
Any NBA game I've been to, no one says anything else but give me that shit on the block.
it's natural. Yeah.
Is there any other line?
No.
People know it's not disrespectful because it's so common.
Right.
No big deal. Moving on. So you have a history of bullying the Wagner brothers. Right here. It looked like you might have been out of position. How did you recover so quickly?
I really messed up. You know what I'm saying? I know Mott will get on me on that. So I was like, oh no, Mike, do not. And I was going to go foul, but you can't foul when he's shooting. So right when I went to go reach, I was like, oh, he's about to shoot. So I like pulled my hand back and I just tried to go block it. And it happened, I blocked it.
So you hit LeBron with the block, stole his signature move. But I did not know you were a master of pregame handshakes. What is your creative process?
Random. And it's like, depending who it is, like, see, strong, sham, Euro, cheese, strong man, yeah, football, yeah, okay,
You a
yeah,
Marvel
DA,
fan?
yeah, DA got it with the Iron Man.
So is that mostly you setting up the choreography for these, or is it a joint effort?
It's joint, like, but then, yeah, but sometimes if I think of something, like, I'll come up to him like, yo, gotta do this as a handshake. But like see, Payne is really good. Campaign is he's the king of all that. He's the king. He really gets creative and all that stuff. I just might see something and be like, oh, that's a good one.
All right, so the energy is always high, including when you were breaking it down with the young buck at the Phoenix Suns game. This is a great moment. What makes you go over there?
He was teed up, and this like me and Da and C-Pain, like this is our jam. And the thing is, he was singing every single word though, because we know the lyrics. And I seen with the 25, I was like, oh, that's tough. You know, you just see Bookers and CPs everywhere. And I'm like, okay, see a little 25 jersey. And my man courtside, and he started hitting a little toe joint. I was like, oh yeah,
He's got it.
oh yeah.
When you were growing up, did you ever have any interactions with NBA players yourself?
Courtside, Sixers was playing. Iguodala was on the team at the time, and I was a big Iggy fan. From courtside, I think he was taking the ball out, and I like yell like, "Let's go, Iggy!" Like I yell it, and he like kind of like just turns around, kind of gave me his face, and I like looked at him. Ever since that, I remember I went back, told all my friends, I was like, "Yo, Iguodala, he hates the nickname Iggy. Like he hates it. Like he hates it." And it's funny because nobody calls him Iggy.
I've actually heard that's true. He does not like that nickname at all.
They
right?
call him Andre and stuff like that. And it's funny, I still call him Iggy because I'm like,
What are you supposed to know? How old were you?
Middle school.
So we're taking it way too personally, it seems.
Knowing him and how he is actually funny because he's hilarious. Like his character, who he is so funny. So it actually makes so much sense how you like look back. It was like, what?
I mean, he's treating everyone the same, even kids. Have you talked about that moment with him?
Yeah, I told him before.
At one point in this game, did you realize this was just a celebration?
Probably when Dante got it going. When Dante started making everything, I was like, uh-oh. He can go off at any time, but the fact that he was going off and we still, like me, Jalen, Phil, Eric, and Amari, I was like, okay, it's going to be a long day.
Had you ever seen Dante activate prime Michael Jordan like this before? Because this was absurd.
Yes. He's super talented, you know, and for him to even come off our bench, I just knew how super crazy we were, because I'm like, Dante could start on any other team in the country, and I think he could start for us too, but just how our team was built, it was better for him to come off the bench and, you know, have that role to be super aggressive.
So the Suns had a lot of success making the NBA Finals. What was this experience like compared to being on the big stage in college?
Every bucket is just like, wow. It's kind of reminded me of the NCAA championship, but I think NCAA, like you got like your fans, the other team's fans, so it's like back and forth, and then like a mix of people who just maybe rooting for you, but like want to be there for the game. That, like, you're home, all Suns, you know what I'm saying? It's cool to talk about now because when I'm in the moment, so I'm so locked in, so I'm not even like thinking like NBA Finals. Like where I came from in college, our coach always preached like, it's our next game, you know? Kind of have that mindset from college and just being in the moment and just so locked in. I kind of even, you know, you try to look at the game like it's just another game, and you kind of don't understand until you're done.
So y'all were up 2-0, I believe. Was Giannis just too much to handle in the grand scheme of things?
It was just tough, man. It was a really good team, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, Giannis is a force. And him being him and everybody else stepping up, it was, you know, kudos to them.
All right, let's get into some NBA trivia.
Okay.
What have these players accomplished that you haven't? Theo Pinson, Steven Adams, Royce O'Neal, John Conchar, JaVale McGee, and the one and only Lance Stevenson.
A triple-double, huh? Oh, my God. I was trying to... Theo got a triple-dub?
Yes, he does. It was like at the end of last year. That was shocking
tough,
to me.
Theo. This was the game.
This was the game.
Torrey Craig, bro. I'm off Torrey. He had a 3 he could have made, and he took one of my boards. I wasn't worried about the board because I'll go get a board. I already told that. I'll dive and jump over somebody's back, go get that board. But the 3.
Does that matter to you?
Does it matter?
Yeah, racking up a triple-double. Like, were you actually devastated after this game?
I was devastated at the fact that I was that close. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like I'm every game where I'm like 28-7. I'm not doing that every single game. So, like, for me to even have the opportunity, I'm just like, bro, this might not come back. That's what I was really like, bro.
Do you think you'll get a triple-double before 2024?
Before 2024.
Like 2 or 3 months?
Can we?
We can get...
Can we just
We'll
end
start
of the
there.
season?
We'll start there, and then we'll move on.
I hope so. I think I can.
The fans are dying to know, what are you doing here?
Well, if you see EP, Alfred, his hand comes out at the end. It was like a handshake where we just walk up, but I was really far. So I was like literally just walking for like a minute, and I didn't even see that. That's just funny. I don't even see that going on. It's just so funny how the video gets it, though. It's
like a perfect meeting.
Yeah, like they're going, I just like come through the cut. It's so
perfect two-step. You put on a great audition for the Brooklyn Nets.
Yeah.
What was it like playing against the Nets? What type of zone were you in here?
Just have fun out there. I was getting hella steals.
So many steals.
I remember last time I got so many steals like that.
Do you consider yourself a defensive genius?
Yeah.
Were you ever a flashy player at all? You always kept it simple.
Always simple.
If you don't go off in this game, does the trade still happen?
Maybe I think maybe it helped. I think I was just in a groove before that game as well. But maybe that game helped because they just watched me live. Besides, like, you know, watching clips or watching it on TV.
Right.
Brooklyn, I feel like in that situation it was great. You know, get me, Cam, or Jay, and then like all the picks. I think that was great. I think Phoenix for just that year. I know it's a little bit different now because they're building and adding pieces with Brad Beal and stuff. But I think just for that moment right there, I think just a culture piece. You know, me and Cam was pretty big culture guys. You know, maybe it's just my eyes, but just at the time, I thought we was rolling, getting everybody back. Everything was going good, but I don't trip off that one. It's KD at the end of the day.
So you get traded to the Nets, and it does not take you long to start cooking a career high, I believe 45 points. At what point do you go from being a valuable player in your role to getting the ultimate green light?
I think when I first got there and kind of, you know, realizing like Kyrie, KD were gone. So I was looked to go to every single time. So my mindset was like being that go-to guy. I mean, my teammates just, you know, just helped me and find me, and I just was trying to stay aggressive.
Who's the toughest person to go against defensively?
Man, like Lou's tough. I think McDaniels, Jaden is tough. Like Bam being at 5, like he's just there. A lot of tough defenders.
Do you have FOMO with all of your boys across the river?
I talk to them boys all the time. I'm all right. It's actually fun because it's more like you already got that Brooklyn-New York battle, and now it's actually fun that it's against them, so even makes it more fun because, you know, you'll think, you know, going against your friends is not as competitive. I think it makes it more competitive than anything in the world. Like, besides somebody else, like playing them than anybody else, I'm way more competitive playing them.
It means way more.
Exactly, because I know if you lose, they talk a little.
Also, you don't want to live with your direct best friend, but it's nice to have that little distance with them.
Yeah, I'm
so I
happy.
feel like this is perfect.
I'm happy I'm close to them, you know?
All right, no triple doubles yet, but a
Yeah.
far more impressive accomplishment to me is this streak. Some call you the Iron Man of the NBA.
Yeah.
Does this garner an asterisk to you? 4 seconds of play. Is that a despicable act?
No, that was cool. I was healthy. I was cool, but it was last game of the season, and it's like for guys that, you know, a lot of my guys that wasn't playing and just won the games just to show show what you're worth and all that stuff. So I was 100% cool with it.
And what sets you apart from other players who might miss a game here or there? You haven't missed a game in your entire career.
Man, it's a lot of it's being blessed, and you know, everybody's built a little bit different, like their body and their bones. You know, I could roll my ankle and it'll swell up a little bit. I'll be all right, but some people might roll their ankle and it just ankle get fat, and there's nothing you can do about it. So a lot of that plays a part, and a lot of it's just willing to play out there beat up. It's a Nova thing where I kind of take with me, and it just never left about never missing a game. And Coach Wright was big on, unless you're really hurt and all that stuff, like you're playing every game.
So was it ever a thought to give CP3 your secret to durability?
See, I think C gets some unlucky things with his fingers and breaking fingers and all that stuff, and getting kneed, and he's older, man.
Yeah, for sure.
I can't imagine my body be like when I'm 37. So.
Yeah. And what are your thoughts on the new rest policy?
I see, like, I'm both sides with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I see the fan side 100% because you pay tickets, you want to go this and that. But I also see because I'm a player, and I see the player side, like, coming off a injury, and like I play a couple games and I don't feel too, like, I'm not saying it hurts, but like I'm trying just whatever. I see that point too. So it's like one side is never gonna be happy. So
It's true.
but I see both sides.
Fair enough. The Nets share an arena with the Liberty.
Yep.
You're a bona fide WNBA super fan. What is it about Sabrina's game and the Liberty in general that you admire?
Sabrina is just so cash, like from trades, like just so cash. And it reminds me every time she hit a three is like when Clay too. Clay's up there with Steph. When them two hit a three, it's the crowd goes ridiculous. Anybody else hit a three, like, yeah. But them, it's like he hit a game winner every time he makes a three. So they get so wild, and that's how I feel with the Liberty. When Sabrina hits a three, it's like the gym just gets so more amped. And the Liberty itself, just like the team, like they're just all nice.
Have you ever considered bringing Sabrina in to teach you how to finally rack up a triple-double?
Yeah, I need one. But no, we don't break down. No, we're just friends.
Yeah,
Just
that's
talk
nice.
about It's anything. You know?
That's better anyway.
Right.
All right, from one WNBA superstar to another. What happened with this interaction with Asia Wilson? It looked like you got curved. What happened here? You said, "What's up, bestie?" I need the breakdown.
Yeah, I was saying
What were you doing when you said
Bro,
this?
she's a troll, bro. She's such a troll. She's so funny. So I'm just like tweeting her because I was messing with her. So I'm like, "What's up, bestie? Like, what's up?" And I knew she was gonna do something funny. But the world is hilarious. So they just going over like, "Oh, like you getting denied and stuff." And I'm like laughing. Like I'm not gonna go over here and be like, "No, no, no." Like I'm just laughing, bro. I'm like, y'all crazy. But I'll say like, bro, like we're friends. But it's just so funny because look like putting a gift like that. I knew she wouldn't just be like, she wouldn't just type like,
Yeah.
"What do you want?" Like she would do some funny stuff. So
it's understood, but it seems like she's putting you on blast and making you look thirsty. But you don't care.
oh no, not at all.
Because he said, "When's the next game?" He said, "Leave me alone.
It's
I'm cool over here."
It's so funny. People hit me up about it. Even my mom called me one time and was like, "I don't know why the girl is this and that." I'm like, "Bro," I'm like, "That's my friend." She was like, "Oh." I was like, "Yeah, why don't you just say something? Don't read everything." You know, I think people are telling her.
Damn, well, it's good you got a chance to clarify that. Because fans thought you were down bad, but apparently not. They're just friends.
They can think whatever they want.
Have you two connected in person as well?
Yeah. I met her same time I met Sabrina, and me and Asia have been close too. And I think I play all the time. I can tell you there's one person that plays way more than me, and it's her.
So you're a Phillies fan, Chaz McCormick, member of the Astros, who absolutely dominated the Phillies last time they played. He told this story. He only needed 3 points to score 1,000. It seemed almost like a Michael Jordan tall tale.
How did those 1,000 points come to fruition?
Great story. So senior year, I was going into a game and I had 3 points to score 1,000, and we ran into a really good Great Valley team that had Mikal Bridges on the Brooklyn Nets now. I believe his coach told him to lock me up all game and don't let me score more than 3 points. And that's exactly what happened. I scored 2 points.
We heard his perspective. What was your side of the story?
Coach was in the locker room, and he was just like, it's lit in there too. You can hear the people. He's just like, "We're not letting this kid this 1,000 point. We're not letting him get it." I'm like, he averaged like 15, 16. So I'm like, okay, like I don't know if that's. I'm like, he needed. What do you say? He needed 3.
Just 3
Was
points.
it 3? I'm just like, he needed 3. I'm like, bro. I'm like, whatever. But we're gonna play hard. And he didn't. And they got like a scoreboard in there. I'm pretty sure, and it has like the number and like the points next to it.
Was he nice? Could you tell he was nice, or could you tell he was destined for a different sport?
I knew he played baseball because towns are close. But no, Chaz was nice.
So when coach tells you to just lock someone up, in your mind, is that easy for you?
I didn't expect that, but I think it was a team effort as well. I think he wasn't just talking to me, but I think that might have been my matchup at the beginning. But he was at every single body like, do not let him. So we're all just sitting there like, all right.
The way they made it seem was you were guarding him for the entire
Like I was, like,
regulation
zoning.
glued. Yes,
Yeah,
Boxing
nah.
won the whole game. So if you had to pick someone in the NBA currently to lock up, who would it be?
That's a tough thing to do in this league. Maybe like CP.
CP.
Because when we was in Phoenix, I always talk crap about him when this clip came out. I think I posted like on House Highlights or whatever, and C had like an ISO on me. And he's in Houston, so everybody's spread out. So he's like ISO on me. He like jabs, and I like take a step back. I think like Austin Rivers was on the bench, and he like stood up. So he's like, "Oh yeah, like cook him." And I'm right in front of the bench, like right next to me, and I hear him. So now they all gassed up. So I'm like, "All right." So C tried to mix me. That I turn around, I'm like glued. He tried to shoot a fadeaway, passed it out. And I always bring up that clip where I was like, "Remember I pecked you up when I was a rookie?" And he always finds it. He'd go find it. He'd come in the next day. With a whole clip.
You got a library?
He got a whole like couple clips where he's in Houston giving me buckets. I'm like, I hate you.
I mean, that team was a problem and like really annoying to watch play.
Ooh, boy, it was tough to guard.
So CP, that's easy lockdown for you. How was guarding Devin Booker in practice? He impossible to
I ain't gonna
guard?
say C easy.
I know. That's me. That's me.
Book's tough, and it's crazy. The last time I mean, for real, like remember like getting to it and guarding him was probably really like my rookie year. Like obviously in practice and stuff, but it was different rookie. I remember I was like really matched up against him. But I remember just the battles in, and he's like a complete different player at that time, and I was still tough to guard him. And that was kind of a thing coming in this year, just like, I'm like, damn, I get to guard Book like for real. I'm like, that's tough.
I mean, he'd be hitting impossible shots all the time. But if you had to choose your single favorite highlight from your NBA career so far, which would be the one to watch?
One highlight.
Just one highlight
Just one.
from your NBA career.
I'll kind of say one of my favorite highlights is probably the playoffs. When I ISO'd, went past hard, and they dunked on my left. Felt good because I really haven't been dunking in too crazy, and that was nice. Just like, how's he going? I took off with my left hand, That was probably my favorite one.
I mean, against one of the most feared defenders in the league at that. James Harden, lefty dog, taste of his own medicine. All right, so we're talking about Chaz McCormick coming up in Philly. Your mother with the Sixers. Sources say that you grew up playing tennis with your mother. Is this true?
Yeah.
Did she instill that competitiveness in you?
100%. 100%. She never let me win. I used to be looking out the car window, sitting in the passenger, like pissed off, like not looking at her. Until she might say, you want to go to McDonald's or something, make me feel a little better. And I'm like, fine, like, let me get a nugget and fry, like, fine. But, yeah, I never. And she used to whoop me. I used to be so mad. And then I started to grow and get more athletic and started to really be fast. And then I started frying her. Like, bad. And then I just wanted, and I'm the one walking in like, you wanna play tennis? Like, come on, let's go play tennis. I'm usually not like, yeah, I liked it. My mom, she used to beat myself. She'd be like, let's go play tennis. And I just like know the mental aspect of that when I get to there, because I'm gonna give it my best. And I still think I'm gonna go win, but I don't. And it just drives me mad and it pisses me off. So I know how mental messed up I'll be at the end of that. So it's like, do I want to get? I'm like, let's go play, but I know that just the part of it what happens 10 out of 10 times.
So is she a problem in tennis?
Yeah. She's light now.
And who's your tennis comparison? You still play a little bit?
No.
Who was your tennis comparison?
I like the guy. Is he from?
Yeah, if you describe, I could figure.
He's the swaggiest one.
Oh, Kyrgios.
Yes.
Kyrgios. He's
I like him.
he's a clown.
I like
in a
him.
good way.
I like
he
him.
like goes against the grain for sure.
I like the swag to that. I feel like if I play tennis, like I'll add that.
Well, he's a massive NBA fan too, so I feel like he tries to bring that to tennis.
Does
he
he?
practices in Kyrie jerseys.
Exactly. See?
Have you been to the U.S. Open?
No.
Damn, do you want to go one day?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lightly.
Lightly.
Yeah, for sure. I see everybody going and seeing the clips. I definitely want it just for the experience, for sure.
Right. I mean, this year you had FIBA at the same time, but
Yeah.
a lot of people were popping out for Coco, so maybe next year.
Yeah, facts.
But as a token of gratitude, we got you this tennis-related gift. It's either for you or your mom.
Ah.
But since y'all came up together to sign Arthur Ashe
Okay.
photo,
Say
nothing else in there.
I thought it was
Nothing else
note.
in there.
Okay, say less. Thanks.
Yeah, you can give that to
Appreciate
mom if she wants to.
it. Me, I might keep it.
Yeah, you might keep it. It's worth something. All right, Mikal, thank you so much. Sitting with us, breaking down your greatest and not so greatest moments with Asia Wilson. Check them out this season. Brooklyn Nets about to do some big things.
Yes, sir. Thank you, man. Thanks for the invite.
Of course.